Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, they're the Monsters family. From the town of Bedrock, they're a place right out of history. I can't get that flippin' song out of my brain, man. I don't know where the hell I heard it. I don't know where I saw it. I heard it. I woke up this morning at 3 o'clock. Let's ride with the family down the street through the courtesy of Fred's 2 feet. I'm like, dude, I can't get it out of my brain. I've got like a worm. It's like, oh, it's killing me. I love that song, but I'm like, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, have a yabba-dabba-doo time, a dabba-doo time, we'll have a gay old time. Ba-ba-da-da-ba, maybe if I just sing it and get it out of my system, it'll go away. I don't think so. Teresa Ponder, Wit, good morning to you. It's Friday. I don't have a ton going on. I got some really exciting stuff going on here at TKR, Tony Kurre Radio. Download the Tony Kurre. Brandon Austin Morris, good morning to you, Brandon. I hope you're doing good, man. I hadn't heard from you the last few days. I hope you download the Tony Kurre Radio app. It's got like 75 five-star reviews. It's perfect. Everyone that downloads it loves it. It's TKR. You're doing me a huge favor by downloading it because it makes my numbers look good, and I know you're listening. It's all classic rock and roll. You know, I did classic rock and roll for 25 years. It's the kind of stuff you don't hear on classic rock radio. I don't play open arms. I play nothing slow. I don't play the same crap you hear over and over and over again. But I play great classic rock and roll, and you know all the songs, so check it out, TKR. And then we got all these shows that we've been doing. Starting, I believe, next week, I got my crack crew getting after it, James Michael Keats and David Sears. But starting, I believe, next week, all of our shows are going to be on 5 days a week. Mission Minded with Michael Coleman from the beautiful Montgomery Food Bank, covering 35 counties here in the state of Alabama. 10 a.m. Adapter Parish with Dr. Alex Hubline and Dr. Josh Claypo at noon. The Damon Johnson Show. He's on the road with Leonard Skinner getting ready for the Big Brother Kane reprisal. Well, it's going on now, but next year will be, the doors will be flying open. Damon Johnson Show at 3. When in Rome with Stuart Rome. I want to talk about that in just a second. 5 o'clock every Monday through Friday. Need to Know with Kip Keeper. Love this show. Today he goes off on Pete Rose, Pharmaceuticals, Gold and Silver. It's a great show. That show will air every single day of the week at 6. Dark Side of the Pooch, 7 o'clock. Austin Hanks, Blues Almighty, had Blackberry Smoke on last night on his show. That show will go every single night at 8. And then we have a brand new show called LPOD that's going to start airing here either next week or the week after. We're going to be tracking albums. Dark Side of the Moon. And you can go to info@tonykurreradio.net. info@tonykurreradio.net and let me know what albums you want to hear. We're going to track the entire albums. We did Highway to Hell last Wednesday for Livewire Wednesday, brought to you by Southern Precision Staffing, 205-682-2828. And so many people are like, man, I love hearing like entire albums. We don't record them anymore, but just to hear every single song and to know what's coming up next and like a little dead air in between tracks. So we'll start doing that LPOD right here on Tony Kurre Radio coming up here soon. Al Cooper, good morning to you, brother. I'll be talking about you as well. Birthdays today. Marcia turned 66. Dude, she was a little sex kitten is what she was. You ever see her on Fantasy Island? If you ever get a chance to check out Marie McCormick on Fantasy Island, good night. That was not the Brady Bunch, brah. She turned 66, a gal that I absolutely loved watching. She was married to Burt Reynolds for a while. She was smoking hot on WKRP in Cincinnati. Of course, everyone thought that I was working at that radio station because I was from Cincinnati, and obviously it was fictional. Lonnie Anderson turned 77 today. And the All-American Boy, if I say the All-American Boy, who do you think of? Not Kid Rock. Rick Derringer. Here's one of these names where we got another show we're going to be starting here in a couple weeks called Wide Awake Wake. We're going to about ready to come out of my shorts and come after Spectrum if my internet goes out again this morning. Seriously. Get your shit together, man. It ain't my wiring. Anyway, Rick Derringer, we're talking about Rick Derringer, was with the McCoys in Moscow's Red Square. The McCoys' Hang On Sloopy was the first rock and roll song ever allowed to be played in Moscow's Red Square. The guy played on all of the unbelievable albums from Edgar and Johnny Winter, including Frankenstein, Free Ride, and everything else. He is a rock and roll star. It is Rick Derringer. Check it out. Real quick, and I'm not going to keep you this morning. Of all the bands that I do on this radio station, what I did is I took every classic rock band I'd ever played music from, and I got rid of all the songs that you hear all the time, over and over and over again. And I started going a little deeper on some things. Now, I still play like, Give Me Three Steps from Leonard Skinner, and you've heard that song a million times, but I also play Down South Jukin'. You know what I mean? You get my idea here? So when I went through and I got up to the band Rush, every single day, it's amazing. Every single day, someone will walk up to me and say, man, why can't I hear Rush anymore? Where's Rush at? And I'm like, dude, download the TKR app and we play it all, man. We play like, I think, 12 or 13 different cuts, and we don't play Tom Sawyer. We play 2112, we play Red Barchetta, we play Fly By Night, we play Limelight, we play Working Man, we play all these songs. And one of the reasons I love Rush is not only because Rush people are super smart. And by the way, I tweeted out at Tony Kurre Radio this morning, dinner with Rush. Watch it. It's about 12 minutes long. It's the three members of Rush, and they're having dinner and buy their third bottle of wine. It's hilarious. And thanks to Stuart Rome from When in Rome. So Geddy Lee just turned 69 back on the 29th of July. And Stuart and I are recording his When in Rome with Stuart Rome show, which will air at 1 and 7 here on TKR Live today. And you can also go to Spotify and listen to the show on demand after it airs live here on TKR. And I said, man, why don't we do some Rush music to celebrate his birthday? And we just got into it for an hour. We talked about Geddy Lee. Just an amazing story, an amazing band, power trio. They were the epitome of what a power trio was. You got the Police, you got ZZ Top, you got Triumph, you got all these bands that are power trios. But Geddy Lee, man, he could be a power uno. He could do the whole band by himself. It's amazing all the instruments he plays. So if you're a Rush fan, I know Alex Hubline from Adapter Parish, Adaptogent, he's a huge Rush fan. Stuart Rome's a huge Rush fan. I'm a Rush fan. So if you love Rush, get on it. And listen to our show today at 1 and 7. And again, go to Spotify and check out all of our fantastic Rush tunes we play. A lot of people don't want to play Rush, man. It's too weird. I'm like, It's what we do around here at Tony Kurre Radio. And that's what we do. And please, go get the TKR app and let me know what you think. If you don't like it, get rid of it. I have not had one person in 3 years said, I downloaded your app, it sucked. They love it. It's fantastic. You want to get out and cut some grass in 100-degree weather? Put the app on. You won't even know you're having a heat stroke. It's that good. It really is. All right, so Al Cooper is getting after this morning from Coosa Valley Auto, one of our brand new sponsors. By the way, we have a plethora of new sponsors coming on the next couple weeks, and we'll certainly give them props every time we do Facebook Live on the Tony Kurre Radio platform here. But his entire crew, Jeremiah, Dakota, Shane, David, Brad, their entire crew do just a bang-up job. I've been endorsing and doing car dealership commercials forever. You used to see me on television. I used to do endorsements on the radio. I used to drive demos all the time. And so when Al called me up and said, come to Coosa Valley and let me show you what I'm doing up here. He does a true car co-op with his customers, which is really cool. And there are cars. I was there for like an hour and a half, and there must have been 15 cars coming through the lot just while I was there. It was crazy. And as fast as they were coming in, they were going back out again. Normally a car on Coosa Valley Auto's lots on there for like 2 to 4 days, which should tell you something. He's got a really cool thing, and he brought this up, and I know he hates when I say this, but he doesn't have to worry about it because all of his product is killer. But if you do buy a car from Coosa Valley Auto, it's CoosaValleyAutoSale.com, and you have an issue with it, bring it back, they'll fix it for free. No labor, just the parts. Will your dealership do that? I don't think so. Their number is 256-267-0296, 256-267-0296. They're open coming up here in a couple hours. And they love doing Friday business with you. Call Al, he'll answer the phone. CoosaValleyAutoSale.com, CoosaValleyAutoSale.com. If you go to their website, it's constantly updating. There's not always pictures because the stuff's coming in and stuff coming out. Go up there and check it out. You can't find the car you're looking for, you'll find one in a couple of days. All right, have yourself a wonderful weekend. I got to get off here before my internet goes out again. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you have a safe weekend. School's getting ready to start back up. We had Curry and Claypo yesterday, which was fantastic. We were on Fox 6, thanks to Janice Rogers and Mike Dubberly for having us on yesterday. We were talking about getting old, which was great. I've got hair growing out of parts of my body. I'm like, what the hell? I think I got like buckwheat hanging out in the back of my middle of my back, like a little spot I can't reach. And I started pulling, and I had a hair like this long. It's like that grandma hair that hangs down, and you just want to go up there and yank it off, but you know it's going to hurt. It's crazy. Anyway, we talked about that and continue to listen to everything that Tony Kurre Radio does. And again, if you want to hear our music shows, go to Spotify, search Tony Kurre Radio, and you can hear a great podcast. We're one of only a few platforms in the country that do podcasts with music in them. And that's one of the reasons, because Spotify pays our license and we can pull that off. And of course, anywhere else you get your podcast, you check us out. All right, I'm just verbal diarrhea. Blah. Have a great Friday. I love you, and have a wonderful weekend. Peace.